Today on Judge Faith, a landlord and her former tenant disagree over the details of an apartment lockout.
Richard say, if you want me out of here, you pay me $700 cash, and I will be out of your property.
So the cop come out there, I explained to him that I live here, being that she filed a theft report saying that I did not belong there.
The police told you could go ahead and change the locks.
And later, family friends face off in court over a fender bender.
Steven's up on the porch, he's downtrodden, got his head in his hands and looking all sad, and he says, oh, well, you know, I backed into your car on the way out of the driveway.
I miscalculated the space and there wasn't enough for me to get out.
All he had to do was back straight out.
I see on your papers you're in law school and you're thrilled to be in court today. I know you are. And give me a second, okay? I know, this is your moment.
Plaintiff Gina Tran says her former tenant was a thief and a troublemaker. She's suing for the cost to repair her door, unpaid rent, an antique sofa, attorney fees, damaged light fixtures, and hotel cost. Defendant Richard Urich says he doesn't owe because Gina changed the locks, forcing him to break into his room. He's countersuing for damaged property, lost wages, and defamation of character.
All rise. Court is in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, the litigants have been sworn in. This is the case of Tran versus Urich.
Thank you, Juan. Gina Tran,
Yes.
you are suing the defendant Richard Urich
Yes, ma'am.
for $4,110 for several things. You say he's a former tenant of yours and he damaged your door. You say he owes you unpaid rent. He stole an antique sofa. You're also suing for attorney's fees, damaged light fixtures, and hotel costs.
Yes.
You'll explain all of that to me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're countersuing, sir, for $2,800. That's $900 damages to your property, a laptop and a television, and the rest for defamation of character.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we will, and lost wages as well.
Yes, ma'am.
So both of you have a lot you want to tell me about.
Okay.
We'll start with you, ma'am.
I have a rental property. I rented out each room, fully furnished, all bills paid, and internet. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home.
You don't live in the home.
No, I don't.
You rent out the bedrooms.
Yes.
What was the agreement in terms of rent, sir?
The agreement was that the rent was $550. There was not a security deposit advertised on Craigslist,
So you didn't pay a security deposit,
ma'am,
and
that
you
was
moved in
not-
on what date?
March 16th.
March 16th, mid-month. Did you prorate the rent for that month?
Yes, I sure
Okay,
did,
when
Your
did you
Honor.
move out?
I moved out on April 29th, I believe was the last day I moved out.
So you were there for just a little over a month, right?
Yes, ma'am.
He moves out on April 29th. What happened?
A lot of things happened. Shortly after he moved in, he contacted me. He said he has a homeless friend that he want to add on the lease. I said, well, no, he originally not on the lease. So he was very upset. He said, so his friend's staying anyway. A day or two later, he contacted me again and he said, water come into the room and there's mold issues.
Okay.
So I started investigate the mold issues.
Did you see that there was mold?
I could not gain access to his room.
Well, did you see there was water damage?
I didn't see no water damage. He said it coming in from the windows. So we did the window and we lay down rocks around the house.
Okay, so
And
what's the
then-
next issue?
When I came in to wash my hand, I noticed the antique sofa was missing.
What antique sofa?
The antique sofa my mother gave me as a gift.
Where was it?
It was in the hallway of the living room.
Okay.
This
This
antique
is the sofa?
Yes,
It was gone completely out of the home.
gone completely.
And what did you ask him about it?
I asked him, he said, I did move it to storage.
Is that true?
I bought the sofa from Miss Tran for $200. Her maintenance person that...
You paid her $200 for the sofa that she's saying you took?
I did. I went with her maintenance person, the person that she's claiming to be her boyfriend. I drove to her house. I paid her cash.
Is that true?
That's not true.
Has he been to your house?
No, he
he
has
ever been to
not
your
been
house?
to my house, no.
He didn't give you $200 for the sofa?
No.
He's totally making this up.
He totally making this up.
Okay, go ahead. So you say you gave her $200 for the sofa.
I did.
He never been to my house.
How does he know you live in North
The
Houston?
antique sofa was in my mother's house
That's where she
Where?
lives. She lives with her mother.
My mother house.
You live with your mother?
Yes. Well, he complained that there was no sofa. And I said, I have a sofa that my mother gave to me. I can furnish at the house. Then he said he doesn't have a truck. I say my fiance can drive the truck and I pay his $25 to help carry the couch.
Okay, that's not what you told me before. I mean, this is the story that he just told me. So what he's saying is true. Did he give you $200 for the sofa, ma'am?
He did not give me $200.
Coming up, was the lockout legal?
He was big smile. So he took a big piece of rock and bang, 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 up the rock. He was enjoying it.
And later, family friends fight it out over the cost to fix a fender bender.
2 weeks after he ran into my car, he ran into another car with his truck.
So you only hit cars that are parked, is what you're telling me.
Plaintiff Gina Tran says Richard was a troublemaker. She's suing for the cost to repair her door, unpaid rent, an antique sofa, attorney fees, damaged light fixtures, and hotel costs. Defendant Richard Urich says he doesn't owe because Gina performed an illegal eviction. He's countersuing for damaged property, lost wages, and defamation of character.
You call the police because you see that your sofa is gone.
It's gone.
And you say it's in storage because you paid for it.
Yes, ma'am.
What happens when the police show up? Who wants to tell me
Well, when the cops showed up, Miss Tran sat there and told a police officer, she said she's going to press charges because I was a thief and I stole a couch from her and I'm trespassing on private property. They wanted to take me to jail because she told the cop that I did not live there, that I was just a random person off the street who broke
That's
into
not
her
true.
place.
Had you told the cop that he didn't live there?
No, I did not tell the cop that.
Go ahead.
Okay. She changed the lock, so I called the cop. She was
So
parked out
you
the
called
house.
the police and you changed the locks?
He gave me the incident report. He said he's not supposed to be back.
But you understand he pays rent, he lives there.
I understand.
Did you
because
tell the
that-
police that he was a tenant renting from you?
Yes.
And the police told you you could go ahead and change the locks
He said this is a theft report. He's not supposed to be back on this premises
because he has moved a sofa to storage.
because he took the sofa.
I had to prove that I lived there, being that she filed a theft report saying that I did not belong there. I told her when I got off work that if I'm locked out of that house, that I will break into that house because I have every right.
When you showed the police your paperwork, your mail that you lived there, what happened?
He looked at Miss Tran and he said, why did you tell us that this guy did not live here? The report number that he gave her, like the theft report that they write on that piece of paper, he told Miss Tran, because he was mad, he made her give it back, he tore it up, and he goes, why would you sit there and accuse someone of theft and tell me that they don't live here? He sat there and told Miss Tran that if she did not let me in the house, that I have every legal right to break into the house.
Did he tell you that?
The police officer said he lives here.
Yeah, and you locked him out. You changed the lock.
And he can do anything to get back,
in the house. And so what did he do?
So he took a big piece of rock and go toward the door and bang, 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 all the glass is broken. I did not have the time to react. The minute he said he could do anything, he was big smile, pick up the rock. And he was enjoying it, Your Honor. He was enjoying. All you need is bang and you can get the door, but he was like bang, 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 and he was laughing. And I was crying. I said, I have the incident.
So you didn't have a chance to just unlock the door and let him in?
No, I was so scared. I mean, all this glass breaking, and then I say, officer, I have a theft incident report. He said, let me look at it. He looked at it and he called the first officer, came out, and then together they tore it up and took off.
Yeah. Yeah, because he lives there. That's not the measure you take, is to lock someone out of their home where they've paid rent to be, ma'am. That's why the police were upset. That's why they tore up the incident report. That's why they allowed him in front of the police to take the rock and break the window pane because you wouldn't let him back in the house.
Well,
and then you're suing? You're suing because you want him to pay for the door?
But I had to.
And I'm going to tell you something. Were they wrong to do that? Yes, but I can tell you why they did it, because they were upset and they were frustrated by you. That's why they allowed him to do it, because I guarantee you what happened is they told you to let him back in and you didn't do it. And that's why they let him take the rock and break the door.
He was very fast.
Why do you want him to pay for hotel costs? What is that about?
Because the door was broken and my other tenants were afraid of Richard. So I said, Richard, please, I booked the hotel. You just go and live there.
But he didn't go to a hotel.
He did not.
So
he
why
said,
are you suing for hotel costs?
Because he did not take. The other tenants say, I'm scared. I will take that voucher. I will go.
So you put your other tenants up in a hotel?
Away from Mr. Richard here. Yeah. And Richard say, if you want me out of here, you pay me $700 cash, and I will be out of your property.
Instead of taking the offer to go to the hotel. Okay, what are you countersuing, sir, for? You're suing for damages to a television and a laptop.
There was water damage to the house.
Do you have proof of that? That your television and laptop were damaged?
No, those are things that I don't have proof of. Those are things that I moved in with, that I had, that I lost. I mean, she broke into my bedroom and busted the frame and changed that lock on there too.
Why did you change the lock to his bedroom?
He was supposed to be a thief.
You understand that's not theft, right? Like, you understand if somebody tells you, I took the sofa out and I put it in the storage for whatever reason. Like, your options are allow them the opportunity to bring the sofa back. He's at work. He's at work. You don't do that. You call the police and you make a report that it is stolen. You know he has to come back to the house. He lives there. You know he's going to come back. His stuff is there. You know where he works. But you didn't do any of those things.
He made his intention
You could have called the
clear.
police and told the police, this is my tenant. He lives here. He said he moved my sofa to storage. When he gets off work, please come back. I'd like for him to bring it back and resolve it, and then I will proceed to get him out of the place. You didn't do any of those things. Your case is dismissed. Sir, you have no proof that because of a leak, she damaged your laptop and your television. Your case is dismissed, ma'am. Judgment in this case is for the defendant.
I just wish her the best of luck, and I hope that, you know, with other tenants, I mean, they don't have to go through the same thing. Just be a little bit more understanding of people.
Well, Richard did not tell the truth. He stole the sofa.
Plaintiff William Douglas says the defendant is a terrible driver and crashed into his car when backing out of the driveway. He's suing for car repairs. Defendant Stephen Rockwell says he doesn't know because William filed an insurance claim and was already paid out. He's countersuing for emotional distress.
William Douglas.
Yes.
You were suing the defendant, Stephen Rockwell,
Yes.
for $1,392 you say he owes you for car repairs?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And you're countersuing, sir, for $300 for emotional distress?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll start with you, Mr. Douglas. Tell me what's going on here. How do you know the defendant?
I've known the defendant since he was just a baby, a little bitty baby. Yeah.
Thank you for the demonstration.
He's a friend, and I'm a friend of his family. I know his father, his uncles, his cousins.
Okay. So your families are close?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me what happened. You're suing him as a result of a car accident. What happened?
Well, at the end of August of last year, I went over to his house where he lives and went with his father. We decided to go get a bite to eat. So we left, went and got a bite to eat.
Where'd you go?
We went to a local pizza place. Mm-hmm. And so we finished up, we go eat, we're on the way back, and his dad gets a frantic call. You need to come home now.
Do you hear this on the
I can hear it on the phone, yeah. He's loud enough that I could hear it in the truck. Mm-hmm. So we get back, we make our way back and pull up, and Steven's up on the porch, he's downtrodden, got his head in his hands and looking all sad. And so we get out and, what's going on, Steven? He says, oh, well, you know, I backed into your car on the way out of the driveway.
Let me see the damage. So he just made a confession right then and there on the scene.
Yes, ma'am. So you can see here the bumper where he hit. It pushed the bumper in, and you can't really tell very well the detail, but I mean,
I see there's a huge
put a
dent
softball in there.
Mm-hmm. You also provided a map of where this happened. Let me see that.
So I parked my car here, and when he backed out from the other side. And his father was parked here. I parked behind his father, and his father was able to back out and get us to the pizza place.
Were you
with no
parked
problem.
on the street part or in the driveway?
I was on the street part.
On the street,
Yeah.
okay, and that's the driveway there?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Rockwell, what happened?
Coming up on Judge Faith, the friends throw a little insurance shade.
He's got a ratchet company over there that he's paying his $29.99 a month.
Your lawyer had just went all the way out the window when you threw out the term ratchet. You know that, right?
Plaintiff William Douglas says a defendant backed into his vehicle. He's suing for car repairs. Defendant Stephen Rockwell says he doesn't owe because William was already paid. He's countersuing for emotional distress.
Was there not enough room, or you miscalculated the space when you were backing out?
Both. I miscalculated the space, and there wasn't enough for me to get out.
All he had to do was back straight out.
Hold on a second, Mr. Douglas. I'm asking him a question, okay?
Okay.
I see on your papers you're in law school and you're thrilled to be in court today. I know you are. But give me a second, okay? I know this is your moment. Hold on a second.
What can I say?
Give me a second. So when you backed out, you hit his car. Did you have damage to your car too?
Yes.
Did you have insurance at the time?
Yes. They thought it wasn't enough for what he's trying to get for.
And your insurance paid $150, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you had the car repaired?
I have not.
You haven't had it repaired?
Because I was waiting on him to pay me.
And has he made any payments towards this at all?
He paid. Right after it happened, he said, okay, I want to pay this out because I don't want to get dropped from my insurance because he's a bad driver.
Why do you say that?
Because 2 weeks after he ran into my car, he ran into another car with his truck.
No, that's not true.
You had another accident too?
No.
Within 2 weeks?
No, ma'am.
What was it?
That didn't happen?
3 weeks?
No.
So since this accident, have you had another accident?
Yes.
Okay. Was it in your driveway?
No, it was in a parking spot.
So you only hit cars that are parked, is what you're telling me. When they're moving, you're okay, but parked cars you have a problem with. Is that what you're saying, sir? $300 for emotional distress. How have you been distressed, sir?
He's been calling my phone. He's been trying to get a hold of me. He's coming over, trying to harass me for his money that supposedly I owe him, which the insurance covered.
Did you not see the estimate that he got for the car?
Yes, I saw the estimate, but I didn't sign no agreement. There's no recording saying, oh, I'm gonna
So
pay
unless
out.
he goes all CSI on you and he has a recording or a signature, you don't feel you're responsible? How much were you paying for your monthly insurance?
$29.99.
No.
He's got a ratchet company over there that he's paying his $29.99 a month, and then when something happens,
What do you know about ratchet, Mr. Douglas?
they just drop the ball.
I just go
Your lawyer had just
professional.
went all the way out the window when you threw out the term ratchet. You know that, right? You can go as far as bootleg, but ratchet, that's too far.
Well, yeah, his bootleg fly-by-night insurance company.
Coming up, Judge Faith rules. And now, Judge Faith rules.
You only brought me one estimate?
Yes, ma'am.
Why is that?
Well, in Texas, you have the right to choose what shop that you get your car repaired at. And I have the right to pick my shop, and I picked that shop because I've done business with them in the past. And it's a good shop. They do good work, and I don't want to take a chance on
I understand that, but that might be the law, but when the insurance company obviously denied most of the claim, it's $150. Now it's coming from someone's pocket, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to subtract 10% from this estimate, which is $100, and I'm going to subtract the $150. That's a total judgment in your favor, sir, $1,142. Good luck to both of you. Your counterclaim is dismissed, by the way.
Thank you, Your Honor. So obviously he can't drive when there's parked cars around. So keep him out of parking lots, I guess, is what I would say.
I think I'm a perfect driver.
A family feud over a stolen dog pits sister against sister-in-law.
I told her when she married my brother that he wasn't the right person to marry because he's 10 years older than her, and he only wanted her for money.
She's saying about being married, but you're married to a man for 20 years, and he never worked, but he's living off of your Social Security check.
Okay, so we haven't established that you guys don't like each other's husbands. I got it.
And later, buddies get into a battle over an illegal auto sale.
He has sent me a letter saying you're forgetting who I'm related to.
I'm not hiding anything. I left all my evidence.
You know the dog ate my homework doesn't work anymore,
Yeah, I
right? You should have stopped using that when you were 12.
Plaintiff Patricia Blanton says the defendant lied to the police and got her arrested. She's suing for a refund of a bail bond and emotional distress. She's accompanied in court today by Angela Poindexter. Defendant Angela Walker says she owes nothing because Patricia got herself arrested for assaulting the defendant's husband. She's countersuing for a refund for room and board. She's accompanied in court today by Terry Dalton.
All rise. Court is in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, the litigants have been sworn in. This is the case of Blanton versus Walker.
Thank you, Juan. Patricia Blanton,
Yes, ma'am.
you
Yes,
are
ma'am.
suing the defendant, Angela Walker,
Yes, ma'am.
for $3,000. You say she owes you for having you falsely arrested, and you want her to return the amount of money you paid a bail bondsman?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're suing also for emotional distress?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You are countersuing for $5,000 for room and board.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Blanton, let's start with you. Tell me what's going on here. How do you know the defendant?
You know, Your Honor, I know the defendant since 2000 when she met one of my brothers. She ultimately ended up marrying one of my brothers.
Okay.
I told her when she married my brother that he wasn't the right person to marry because he's 10 years older than her. And he only wanted her for money and what he can get from her.
Okay. How long have you been married?
8 years.
8 years.
But can I say
How
something
long
for
have they
that?
been
Because she's
separated? Every
saying
month.
she's saying about being married, but you're married to a man for 20 years and he never worked, nothing. But you know he's living off of your Social Security check.
Okay, so we haven't established that you guys don't like each other's husbands. I got it. Let's go back for a second. You say that you loaned him $100
Yes,
to get her a Christmas
present.
gift. And what happens?
He said he had a dog that she was selling for $50 that I wanted because I love dogs. He said he wasn't going to sell the dog for $50. He took me by the house. I said, I'll give you $70 for the dog. I brought the dog.
Whose dog was it?
My dog.
Hers,
my dog.
hers and my brother's.
So
was
he
my
said he would
dog.
sell you a dog
For $70.
For $70.
I gave him the $70. Okay, we went back to my house. We was playing a game called Black and Red. He lost $100 from me. He went to the car and got the $70 that I had, gave him for the dog. He lost the $70. He got mad because he began to growl.
You were winning.
Yeah, I won all his money. He had to go home with no dog and no money. So I had a little small pool stick like this. Every time he came towards me, I hit him because he threw me against my niece, which was 9 months pregnant. She was almost getting ready to have her baby, which made her have her baby 2 weeks later.
He took you and threw you into her?
Yeah, and the door hit my niece in the stomach, causing her to have her baby.
Step up. Step over. What did you witness? You were there? Were you playing
Yes,
games?
I was. No, I wasn't playing. I was.
Was
pregnant.
anyone drinking?
Yes.
They were
Who was
drinking. I
drinking?
wasn't drinking.
We was drinking. Both of us
How
was
much
drinking.
had you had to drink?
We had a fistful of liquor. It was me, my brother, my husband, my other niece, and it was about 7 people. We was drinking a fistful of liquor. Me and my brother was playing cards.
How many
though.
drinks did you have?
Probably about 3, because I was getting ready to eat.
Were you drunk?
No, because I
You were
just
tipsy.
Maybe tipsy. But I was afraid. I wasn't drunk no more until he picked me up and threw me across the room.
What did you witness?
I witnessed her give him the money for the dog, and I witnessed him lose all his money for the dog to my aunt. And he got mad and started growling like a dog, like she said, and threw her across the room and pushed me into a doorknob that hit me on the side of my stomach.
So you say he threw
He threw
into her?
into me.
And what happened after that?
I went to my room and called the police. My
Did they
children
come?
was there.
Did
They
they come?
came. I was in my room at the time. My Aunt Patricia told the police to leave, that everything was fine, because she didn't want my uncle to get arrested for another DWI because he had
Were you
several.
there?
I have the police report.
I'm just saying.
You weren't there, right?
No, I was
okay.
at work.
What do you know about this?
The only thing I know is what I was called. He called me and said that she beat him up. She took the dog. She took the money. Like I said, I don't.
So why
say
you didn't
that
call
that's
and ask what
discredited.
happened?
I'm not saying that didn't
Hold on
happen.
a second.
What I'm
You can have a
saying
seat.
is,
You can have a seat.
when I made it home, he had blood on my bed. He was laying on the bed, on his back. His arm was swole up 4 times, and he's skinny. So we called the ambulance. He didn't want to go, but they said they had to report it because of his injuries. They thought his arm was broke. So we told them what happened. That's when they went and picked her up and arrested her for aggravated assault. So
you're taken to jail.
Yes.
And you're charged with aggravated assault.
Yes.
What happens?
I spent 3 days in jail. I bonded out. I couldn't get a public defender. They appointed me a real lawyer. The real lawyer talked to Angela and everyone else in the case.
Public defenders are real lawyers, by the way.
Okay, the paid lawyer.
They're real lawyers in Tennessee, too, in your state as well.
Yes, the paid lawyer talked to everybody in the case. Tenant knew that what he had did, and he was afraid that he was going to be charged with more charges for hitting this pregnant woman in the stomach, so he never came to court.
It's not unusual for the alleged victim in the case not to show up to court and not to testify against their relative. That happens in almost every domestic case, right, Juan?
Absolutely.
You say that you were falsely arrested and charged, and you have your version of what happened. Where is he? Why isn't he here?
I have no idea.
Who are you, ma'am?
I'm her mother.
Do you want to stand up and walk over?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here today because when the incident occurred, my daughter called me, and I'm asking, what did you have to do with that when you was at work? Mm-hmm. The ambulance was the one that called the police, so why is she trying to sue you? I mean, if she's going to sue somebody, it should have been her brother, not you.
Yeah, why have you brought this claim against her? Thank you, ma'am, thank you. Why have you brought this claim against her?
Why I'm suing Angela? Because I feel that I didn't steal a dog. I won the dog playing cards. If Angela had just picked up the telephone and asked what had happened, when nobody had been arrested, because anyway, my brother should have been the one that was arrested because he's the one who did everything wrong.
Can I
Hold on a
add to
second.
that?
Hold on a second. Let me look at this police report. You didn't tell them that he had assaulted you and thrown you against the wall and thrown you into her. You told the police that you'd gotten into a fight with him and you didn't want to press charges.
Because I didn't want him to be arrested for assaulting
Well, this is the record, but now you're telling me something completely different than what you told the police that night. And like I said, people do this. They don't want to see their family members arrested and put in jail. You don't press any charges, but you want to sue him and get them to pay you money.
Coming up, how bad was the family fight?
If they believe that an assault has taken place, of course they're going to go and arrest you.
And later, a used car sale gets contested in court.
Well, he told me he's not paying me anymore because...
Why, though? What did he tell you?
Because somebody in his family doesn't like me.
Plaintiff Patricia Blanton says Angela got her arrested. She's suing for a refund of a bail bond and emotional distress. Defendant Angela Walker says she owes nothing because Patricia got herself arrested. She's countersuing for a refund for room and board.
Here's what happened, and this is what happens in these domestic cases. She called the police, and when they arrived at her home, according to the police report, they saw on the report that he had serious injuries to his arms and to the back of his head. When they asked him what happened, he stated that you were the person that caused these injuries by hitting him with a metal pipe. At that point, they're not going to ignore this. So, of course, they're going to go and arrest you. They're not just going to look the other way when they see that someone has serious injuries on them.
Okay, but
No, because No.
Let me explain
because it's a big because
ma'am.
now you want to sue for money damages.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't want to press charges. You tell the police that nothing happened, that
At
the two of
that
you
time,
engaged in mutual combat.
At that time,
but
nothing had
now
happened.
you want to come into court and sue the wrong person, by the way. Sue the wrong person. She's not the one.
The police
She's not the one.
She called the police.
No, she's not the one. She may have made a phone call. She may have made a phone call, but clearly he's the one that told the police what happened because she wasn't there.
Okay.
What is your counterclaim about?
Her and her husband lived with me from the year 2009 to 2013. Never paid anything.
Okay, so this is a retaliatory claim because they sued you. Your counterclaim is dismissed, ma'am, but you have no basis. You have not proved to me that they filed a false report, especially this woman. If your brother were here, that case would be dismissed as well. I cannot help you, ma'am. You have not proved your case. Judgment for the defendant.
How can she go around defaming my name talking about I stole a dog? I never stole her dog.
The dog was sold.
The dog was sold. See,
Stop gambling.
I'm just glad it's done so they can leave me alone. I've been trying to leave this family for the last 2 years, and they keep bringing me back.
Plaintiff Andres Garcia says the defendant bought a car from him and then suddenly stopped payments. He's suing for the balance of a car. Defendant Moises Ponce says he doesn't owe any money because Andres sold him a car that wasn't legally tagged and registered.
Andres Garcia?
Yes.
You are suing the defendant, Moises Ponce,
Yeah, Ponce.
for $1,200, the balance you say he owes you on a car that he purchased from you.
Correct, Your Honor.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I had met Ponce around 2012. I met him through mutual friends. I would see him around parties here and there.
Okay. Let me see the photos you submitted to court. You wanted to prove to me that you were friends?
Yeah.
Okay. So there you are with the thumbs up sign. That is
tight.
proof. Okay.
So in around March 2015, I got this job in a furniture company, moving furniture. And I seen Moises right there.
So, and this car that you sold to him, was it a car that you were driving at the time?
I did before.
What kind of car is it?
A BMW.
What year?
94.
1994 BMW. Let me take a look at it. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, that's the one.
He comes over to you, and what conversation do you have about the car?
I put new wheels on it, just pretty much saying all nice things about the car.
And so you then decide you're going to buy it, and what does he offer to sell it to you for?
$1,500.
Yeah, it's 15.
Okay, and the two of you didn't enter into a written agreement. You just did a thumbs up sign and said, "This is how we're going to do it."
No.
The thing was, Your Honor, I wrote out a contract. I wrote out a contract saying that I was going to buy this vehicle.
Oh, you did? Okay, well, let me see the
I don't know if
contract.
he has. Do you have it with you?
Yeah, it's right here.
One, would you hand that? Thank you. Okay, so handwritten contract, and you say in the contract you agree that you will buy the BMW for a price of $1,500. You'd pay him $300 on June 16th and $500 on June 26th and $700 on July 16th.
Correct.
So it was 3 installments that you were supposed to make. So you paid the $300
Yes.
to him, but you never paid the rest of the payments, and that's why he's suing you for $1,200. So what happens? He gives you the $300. You decide to go ahead and turn over the car and the paperwork to him?
Yeah, I gave him
What paperwork do you give him?
the registration and the bill of sale.
Or when do you first learn that he's not going to pay you any more money?
I've been patient with him. I gave him a couple extra weeks.
Okay.
So he stopped replying. He stopped answering my calls.
Well, did he tell you why?
No, not until I ran into him
In person?
Yeah, in person.
What happens?
Well, he told me he's not paying me anymore because
Why though? What did he tell you?
because somebody in his family doesn't like me.
What do you mean?
Someone in his family doesn't like me.
He said those words to you. Someone in my family doesn't like you,
Yeah,
so I'm not
that
paying
was
you
his
for this car.
excuse.
Nah, someone
Is
in
there
my
someone
family.
in your family that doesn't like him?
Well, in a way, but he also told me not to pay him due to what was going on. I bought the vehicle, right? I was like, okay, it's good. And I got pulled over while I was driving the vehicle because it had fake tags.
When, sir?
2 weeks after that.
And what happens?
And I got pulled over by a police officer, and he told me that the car hasn't been registered since 2013. And he saw that there's a 2016 sticker on the vehicle.
Okay.
So he put me
Is that
out.
true?
No,
Who registered the car last? Did you?
no, I hadn't
Okay.
registered it.
I mean, because one of you is obviously, clearly just outright lying.
Coming up on Judge Faith, a car sale that goes from bad to worse.
He came up to my car. Like, I tried getting in my car. I was like, just leave me alone or whatever.
He had sent me a letter saying you're forgetting who I'm related to.
Who you related to?
Plaintiff Andres Garcia says Moises threatened him when he asked for his money. He's suing for the balance on a car. Defendant Moises Ponce says he doesn't owe because Andres sold him a car that wasn't drivable.
What do you say you do when the police tell you that it hasn't been registered and this is the first time you're finding out about this?
I said I just bought the vehicle, and he pulled me out the car, and he saw that there's a 2016 sticker on the vehicle.
Okay.
But it hasn't been registered since 2013. And he kind of let me go in a way. He was like, get that out the way. And then
Did you do that?
Yeah.
So you went to
I took it to the smog. It didn't pass smog, Your Honor.
Okay.
And it was the intake manifold on the vehicle was wrong. So I fixed that. I bought that part from BMW, a dealership.
Okay, and so then you tell him, I'm not paying you the rest of
No, I told
of
him
the money.
I'd pay him, but to take out the money that I spent to fix the car to get
Did he
it
tell
smog.
you that?
No, he didn't tell me nothing.
He's never told you this?
No.
Let me ask you something. Do you have proof that you took the car and had the smog test done and paid for that?
I didn't bring none of it with me, no, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
I didn't bring none of it with me, Your Honor.
What do you mean you didn't bring any of it with you?
The thing was, I was kind of in a rush to get on the plane over here, and I left
What do you
my
mean
whole
you're
bag.
getting in a rush?
That's what. I was kind of in a rush to get on the plane, and I left all my evidence.
You were in a rush to get here, but the only thing you just happened to leave was all your evidence for your case.
Nah, that's just kind of, I'm just here on
You
my
left
work.
your evidence at home.
Yes.
So you literally walked into court today empty-handed?
Yes,
with
Your Honor.
nothing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you how old are you?
18.
Okay, you know the dog ate my homework doesn't work anymore,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
You should have stopped using that when you were 12.
But I'm telling the truth. It's just based on my word.
You don't have any proof because he's telling me he's never heard of any of these things, and then you're telling me you have absolutely no proof of what you're saying. How do you think that looks?
Man, it looks pretty ugly.
Isn't that something? What else do you have to say, sir?
If you look through those documents, I also have a text message from him threatening me too, as well.
Threatening you how?
After I had sent him the letter to go to court, he had sent me a letter saying you're forgetting who I'm related to. But I didn't know what he meant by that.
Okay, you write to him. I do have these text messages. You write to him. What's good? I guess that's the thing that people say now, like Nicki Minaj and Miley Cyrus. What's good? You got my money or what?
Yeah.
And you respond, you're forgetting who I'm related to. Who you related to?
My people. This
Who are
happened
your
after the
people?
altercation at the gas station, Your Honor.
Who are your people?
My people.
What does that mean?
My
'Cause
family.
that sounds like a threat.
He knows who I deal with, and the thing
What
is,
does he
it's
say?
funny.
What are you saying? He knows your family would get it popped off if they need to?
Well, in a way, Your Honor, because he came up to my car. Like, I tried getting in my car. I was like, just leave me alone or whatever.
And said those
in a
things.
way,
But he didn't hit you, right?
At first, no.
He didn't hit you. All he's asking for is for his money.
And I told him why I wasn't going to give him to him because I really felt like I got set
You
up.
didn't say that.
And I told
You
him-
didn't say that
and
in the text message. You said you're forgetting who I'm related to.
Coming up, Judge Faith rules. And now, Judge Faith rules.
What's your version of what happened at the gas station? Did you walk up to him aggressively like he said?
I wouldn't say aggressively. I just walked up to him normally and asked for my money.
How'd you say it?
Where's my money?
You didn't say it like that,
I guess, I mean, if you were in my shoes, you know.
You were upset?
Yeah, you know.
I don't buy your story about you spent all of this money on the car and that's why you're not paying it. Where's the car now?
At my house.
Okay. You're still driving it?
Yeah.
You say the reason that you didn't pay him the remainder of this money is because you had to spend all of this money getting the car up to date. My question for you was simple. Just prove what you're saying to me, because there should be a paper trail at this point of all the things you say you had to do to get the car up to date. And you showed up to court with nothing but the clothes on your back. That's not sufficient, sir. That's not the way things work. Judgment in this case for the plaintiff, $1,200. Good luck to both of you.
I think this money's gonna help a lot for me and my new family.
I should just be more picky about who I do business with and really just revise the paperwork better. And yeah, basically, when I have to something to fight against, bring my evidence and whatnot.
Exes in a tumultuous relationship find themselves back on the battleground over an unpaid loan.
It was a rocky relationship, a lot of cheating and going on. We would separate, he'll find Christ, we'll get back together.
So he would cheat, go to church, come back, cheat again, but then go back to church, and it was a cycle.
Do I become more devoted? Yes, but it's not because of cheating. God will work the situation out.
God will work it out? What did God say about you going to the house, throwing her barbecue grill over the fence?
Faith Jenkins. Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real and her rulings are final. She is Judge Faith. Plaintiff Shatana Nevels says she loaned her ex-husband money to fix his truck. But after her new boyfriend moved in, her ex refused to pay. She's suing for the balance on a personal loan and a headset. Defendant Jermond Nevels says he doesn't know because he paid off the loan and wanted to make his marriage last. But Shatana wasn't on the same page.
All rise. Court is in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, the litigants have been sworn in. This is the case of Nevels versus Nevels.
Thank you, Juan. Shatana Nevels.
Yes.
You are suing the defendant, Jermond Nevels,
Yes.
for $1,740 you say he owes you for a personal loan and a headset you say
Yes.
he destroyed?
Yes.
Okay, and I understand that Mr. Nevels is your ex-husband.
Yes.
When did the two of you get divorced?
December 2013.
Okay, so why don't you just start from the beginning and tell me why you brought this lawsuit against him?
It was from a payment for a personal loan that I got for him to fix on a Tahoe truck that I previously got a loan for him.
You say a taco truck?
A Tahoe. It was for a Tahoe.
Oh, a Tahoe.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. It was for...
Listen, I thought he had a food truck.
Sorry. Yes, it was for...
Legitimate question. Okay.
Yes, it was for a Tahoe. I had got him a loan to get a truck. He paid the loan off, but the truck needed some work after he hadn't had it for a while. So he said he needed a transmission and some other work done on the truck. But because his credit is bad, so because I was his wife and everything, so I got the loan for him to fix on the Tahoe.
Do the two of you have kids together?
We have 2 boys.
How old are they?
15 and 13.
How long were the two of you married?
10 years.
I'm just trying to get some background on the two of you. Tell me about how your relationship was before you got divorced.
It was a rocky relationship, up and down, a lot of cheating and going on. So back and forth, we would separate. He'll find Christ. We'll get back together. He would start going to church and everything will be fine. We'll get back together. Things work out for a couple of months and then it'll be the same cycle all over again.
So he would cheat, go to church, come back, cheat again, but then go back to church and it was a cycle.
Yes.
What do you have to say about that, sir?
It's not a cycle.
Did you cheat?
I have cheated on her, yes.
And would you go to church and then go back to her and say, I'm a changed man?
Before I, came to Christ, I was doing basically my own thing.
Okay, but after that, which was
after
when?
That, I moved in with her in 2006.
Okay. You said that's when you changed for the better?
Yes.
Okay, good
but
for you.
it seemed as if it never got recognized.
Okay, you said it wasn't recognized, so...
It was always, because like I say, 3 months after we got married, I was trying to get annulment, but I couldn't get annulment because we was in Florida.
Why 3 months after?
Because, like I say, the night we got married, like I said, he was passed out drunk, and one of his girlfriends called the phone playing on the phone, and then it was like, she was like, oh, they were just playing.
You had 2 kids with him already?
Yes.
And this was on your wedding night?
Yes. So it has been since the beginning of the relationship. It's always been some other female. It's always been, but like
well, he said it was in 2006 when he changed, so he admits he made those mistakes prior to that.
2006. No.
Okay. So he said in 2006 he changed, but why are we here today? I mean, what has been, so you got divorced in 2013.
Yes.
Have the two of you been able to remain friends and co-parent? Who do the kids live with?
The kids live with me.
Does he pay child support?
He stopped paying.
When?
He stopped paying in August when he realized that I was being serious with I have a boyfriend.
Is that true?
No, it's not correct.
Did you stop paying child support in August?
No, I have not.
You're still paying child support?
Yes, I am.
Why does she say you've stopped?
Because she hasn't received it yet.
Okay, why is that? Why is that?
The reason she hasn't received it because she went down to the child support people and told them she wants to receive it directly from my check.
Okay.
So that's what is going on.
So you're saying it's in limbo right now?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me, you're suing for 2 things. A loan and a Bluetooth headset you say he damaged and destroyed.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about the personal loan first. When was that made and what was the agreement?
The $3,500 was for work on the Tahoe.
Did you take out a loan or did you have money?
No, I didn't have the money, so I took out the loan for him because his credit is bad.
Has he paid any of the, and I'll hear your side of this, but has he paid any of the $3,500 back
Yes,
to you?
he was making all the payments until he found out that I had a boyfriend. And then when he found out I had a boyfriend, he stopped making the payment. He said, tell your boyfriend to make the payments.
Did you say that?
That's not true.
Did you say that?
I asked her for the proof of the payment. I asked her to get the statement from the bank.
But how do you not know how much you owe if you've been making payments? Aren't you keeping track of that?
Yes.
So what's the problem? Why stop making payments altogether?
Because I believe that the loan is paid off, Your Honor.
Coming up, were the exes really over?
He looks at my boyfriend, he tells him, I'm here to get my family back. I'm just letting you know. And he looks at him and tells him that.
Oh, you left that part out.
She told me that he was just a friend.
No, because I asked you about 5 minutes ago if you had any problem with the new boyfriend. You like, no big deal.
Plaintiff Shatana Nevels says Germond damaged her property and is refusing to pay back a loan. She's suing for the balance on a personal loan and a headset. Defendant Germond Nevels says he doesn't owe because he paid off the loan and doesn't know anything about the damaged property.
May I see your paperwork for the loan, the outstanding balance? So, but you say you've never missed a month and you've made these payments. Why couldn't
Correct.
you just add it up?
I didn't try.
She told you that you still owed on the loan, right?
And she told me I owed 17 payments also. I could do a little math, and I know that that's not correct.
So this is not about the boyfriend, because all of a sudden you just stopped making payments, and this is not about the boyfriend?
No, it's not.
You didn't tell her? What do you think about her boyfriend?
I don't think anything of him.
You don't dislike him?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
And have you told her that?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't like him.
Yes.
You do think something about him. You don't like him. Why don't you like him?
Because he called me on the phone and voiced his opinion about my parental, how I parent my children.
Okay.
And that's a no.
What did he say to you?
I don't know his exact words, but something of, I need to be worried about the kids and not her. And,
so he thinks that you still like her.
Yes.
So that's not about parenting. That's about your relationship with her.
Correct.
Okay, let's just be clear about that.
No.
So you're still interested in her?
No.
Mother's Day. Mother's Day, I was at home. I was sitting at home. And Mr. Nevels pulled up in my yard. My boyfriend's car was in the yard. Mr. Nevels came across my neighbor's yard in the car.
Across the yard?
Yes, he drove across the yard. He comes in, he has roses and stuff in his hand. My boyfriend is sitting there. He looks at my boyfriend, he tells him, I'm here to get my family back. I'm just letting you know. And he looks at him and tells him that. I'm like, okay, what else? So I didn't say anything.
Oh, you left that part out.
I can elaborate on that part.
You showed up with roses on Mother's Day, driving across people's lawns.
With her permission.
Saying, I'm here to get my family back, and you tell me you're not still interested in her?
With her permission.
With her permission, you did
I told
what?
her I had something for her for Mother's Day. Okay, so I brought the flowers down to her house. I did not drive across her neighbor's yard.
Sir, you told her you had something for her.
Right.
She didn't know it was going to be a proposal.
No, it wasn't a proposal.
Her boyfriend is there. Do you think it's appropriate for you to walk up and say, I'm here to get my family back?
She told me that he was just a friend.
No, because I asked you about 5 minutes ago if you had any problem with the new boyfriend. You like, no,
I
no
don't
big
know
deal.
him. I still don't know him.
Can you accept the fact that she's moved on, sir?
Yes, I can.
Okay, when? Today, right now?
I've already accepted it. I don't even contact her.
Okay, so you submitted to me proof that you say he still has this remaining balance on the loan, and you say it's 12 payments, correct?
He made a total of 2,109 payments. And then with interest and everything, the 17 remaining payments is $1,897. That's what's remaining.
So according to your paperwork, he's made $2,109 in payments. Did you bring your proof today of how much you've paid?
No, I didn't.
You just going to defer to her evidence?
No, she didn't give me the entirety of the loan.
Okay.
She gave, out of the $3,500, she transferred me $2,800.
Oh, $2,800, is that true?
I transferred him $2,800.
Okay.
And then he got a battery from Dell for his laptop. Mm-hmm. He also went to Walmart and bought a flat screen TV.
But what does that have to do with the $2,800?
All of it equals up to the $3,500. But if you look at the loan, the totals on there.
Okay, so you really only have proof that you gave him $2,800 in terms of the loan payments. Tell me about the Bluetooth. What day do you say he destroyed your Bluetooth?
Let me see, the text message I received on July 21st.
So this is after Mother's Day. We're in July now. What happened in July?
Okay, I went out of town to my friend's wedding in Alabama.
Where were the kids?
They was at home. I asked him, I said, would you keep the kids? And he said, no. He said, I will not. I'm not coming around there. Because he said, I'm not giving the devil any playroom. That's what he said. I'm not allowing you and him to be together, basically like that, by yourselves.
Why is that giving the devil playroom?
I was instructed not to go around there, to do anything, to take my hands off of this situation
but that
and let
doesn't
God
include
deal with
it. Spending time with your kids.
Is that for spending time with my kids or for she can do what she wants to do?
Well, she wanted to go out of town for a wedding for a weekend. She asked you to watch the kids.
I mean, okay, that's not That's not my obligation to keep the kids when
Well, no,
she wants me to
it's not your
keep them.
obligation. I wouldn't consider having your kids for the weekend an obligation. I would consider that to be another opportunity for you to spend time with them.
Her.
You didn't want to watch the kids because she was going with her new boyfriend to a wedding. Okay, so what happens?
Okay, so he told me no. So I asked my mom and my cousin. They said they would stop by there and get them. So I was going about 45 minutes. We had made it to the interstate.
The kids are there?
They're at
by
the house.
themselves? And how old are they?
15 and 13.
Okay.
So about 45 minutes, I receive a call from my youngest son. And he said, Dad is here. Dad is here to get us. He didn't know that Justin had called me. My youngest son had called me.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, just go. Don't cause no commotion. If he come to get your car, go ahead and go. Well, in the meantime of him getting there, he goes into the house. He takes all the phones off the hooks. He breaks my boyfriend's. He has a book bag full of stuff in there. He breaks the stuff up, dumps the stuff in it.
Not Mr. Neville's.
And he dumps the bag in the trash can. So about midnight that night, I receive a text message saying, call me, it's an emergency, it's about the kids. I responded back
From
and
who,
I said...
him?
From
That's not true.
So you, at this point, he's taken the kids without telling you, and no one knows where they are?
Correct. And he told my son, he said, well, she needs to worry. That was his exact... So if my son wouldn't have called me, I'd have been trying to rush back up here to try to see what it's at. So when I finally spoke to him, well, like I said, I received that text message later on talking about, he was saying that he was sorry, but I didn't know what he was talking about.
Okay, so what was he sorry about besides that?
When I got back home, that's when I found the headset and everything in the trash can he broke up. And my boyfriend showed my youngest son how to cook on the grill. So my oldest son said something to his dad about it. Mr. Neville's came down, broke the grill, and threw it over the fence. So I guess he was apologized, he said, for his childish behavior.
Did you do all that?
No, ma'am.
So what did you do? What happened, sir? You went to the house. Why?
To get the kids, because she left them home alone by themselves.
They're 15 and 13 years old, and her
to
mother's
go out of
coming
town
over.
With, I don't think that's
But she's saying that she's called the mom is coming over. So why are you playing games?
Coming up on Judge Faith, text messages reveal the rest of the relationship story.
Messages between you and her boyfriend. He writes to you, why don't you grow up? You say, I promise. He replies, you promised to what? Kill me like you said when you called me this morning? I thought you said you changed in 2006.
Plaintiff Shatana Nevels says her ex-husband is refusing to pay back the money she loaned him to fix his truck. She's suing for the balance on a personal loan and a headset. Defendant Jermond Neville says he doesn't owe because he paid his ex-wife back, and she's just trying to get over on him.
Why tell her, no, I'm not going to watch them, but then just pop up 45 minutes later?
Because they called me and told me that they were home alone.
Okay, so you show up, and what do you do in the house? Do you destroy any property?
No, ma'am.
You didn't do anything? You didn't break anything? You didn't touch anything?
No, ma'am.
Nothing? You don't know what she's talking about with the headset?
No, ma'am.
May I see the text messages, please? So you didn't text her apologizing?
About my behavior, yes.
What behavior?
Because I was calling back and forth the things that I was talking about.
I apologize for being a child, but I don't know how to handle this. I'm wrong.
Correct.
She replies, now I see what your apology was for. You were so childish. You waited until I left to come get the kids and to make me think something had happened to them. So very childish. I guess God told you to do that too. By the way, you owe me $150 for the Bluetooth headset that you broke. You respond. Tell him to collect the $150. You write, I can't deal with you moving on. So I told you I won't be contacting you.
Right. I didn't say anything about me destroying anything.
But you certainly don't say, what are you talking about? I have no clue. What are you talking about? Destroy what? What do you mean the Bluetooth? You tell her that you're going to pay her $800 in back support and $1,800 on the loan. $1,800 on the loan, sir. And you say he will work this out. Who is he?
God will work this situation
God will work it
out.
What did God say about you going to the house, throwing her barbecue grill over the fence?
He didn't say anything.
What did he say about you breaking the Bluetooth?
That's not true.
What would Jesus do?
He wouldn't do it. That's not true.
Oh, messages between you and her boyfriend. He writes to you, why don't you grow up? If it's all about the kids, she told you you can come and get them. You say, I promise. He replies, you promised to what? Kill me like you said when you called me this morning? I don't care. You told Shatana I'm still coming for you. This is war. I thought you said you changed in 2006.
I did. I did.
Listen, if you called, threatened to kill him, that's your...
I did not threaten to kill him.
But let's talk about what's going on between the two of you and the disrespect I'm witnessing between the two of you. What has she done to you to deserve this? She hasn't done anything to you to deserve this. I believe what was written in these messages. And you told me in your statement you have no idea what she's talking about with the Bluetooth. When she mentioned it to you in the text, you said, tell your boyfriend to come get the money. Stop playing games with words.
Coming up, Judge Faith rules. And now, Judge Faith rules.
You admit you made some mistakes, things didn't work out between the two of you, but at some point, you gotta move on. It's about the kids, it's not about her anymore.
I have moved on.
You haven't, because if you did, you wouldn't be going into her house, destroying her boyfriend's property.
At that point, I didn't. I wasn't moved on.
Oh, so you did it. Now you, oh, so great.
No, you said when I went to get my kids.
I now have an admission from you.
No,
at that point, you had not moved on.
When I went to get my kids, no,
Yeah.
I had not moved on.
You can't do this with two teenage kids, 13 and 15 years old. You're setting a horrible example for those kids because you got to do better. At this point, you got to put your big boy pants on, be a man, and realize I have to set an example for my two young kids. You know how hard it is to grow up two black children you're raising, and you want to teach them to break into somebody's house and destroy their property? Is that what you want to teach them?
I never broke into anyone's house.
Because the system will have no problems putting them in jail for doing that.
I know that.
None whatsoever. I've seen denial, and I've seen you stand before me and not tell me the truth about anything. The first question I asked you, the easiest question was, do you have a problem with him? And you told me no. You had no problems with him whatsoever. And there's been conflict between you, her, and him for months. Judgment in this case is for the plaintiff, $1,740. Good luck.
I would like to say to Jamon, I wish you well, and I pray that you get your life together and know that you have two teenage boys that need their father in their life.
No, I didn't know she was moving on with another guy, but I'm at peace with it.